and welcome to our second episode of Bookends. Today I have a guest with me. This is Jessica Shorkey. You mostly will see her at the circulation desk, but she's all over the place, as all of us seem to be. And she is a great reader. She has a stack of books here that she has brought to kind of show us what she has read lately that she really enjoys. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Just type in your question and someone will read it to me or Jessica and we'll answer your questions the best we can. So, Jessica, what do you like to read normally? What is the kind of book that really gets you going?
Well, the kind of book that normally really gets me going is a nonfiction book. But I do like reading fiction as well. And, of course, everybody's been talking about the Where the Crawdads Sing. So I did read that one.
I'm reading that now.
It
So
is
good.
a wonderful book, and it lives up to the hype. But I had to be put on the waiting list, like many of you at the Scott County Public Library. If you have a library card, you know that there is a waiting list for Where the Crawdads Sing. So while I was waiting for the book to come in for me, I was looking to pick up something else to read, and I saw this book, An Elderly Lady is Up to No Good, by Helene Thurston. And I just thought it had a really cute cover, and it was small, and I thought I'll be able to read it quickly, just in case my book that I really wanted to read had come in. And I could not put this book down. It was so funny. If you like cozy mysteries with eccentric characters, you will love this book. It's a few short stories involving the same elderly female character who is extremely eccentric, and she figures out ways to bump off.
Sort of an arsenic and old lace kind of thing?
Yes, she wants to bump off the people that are really making her life uncomfortable. So, and she does it very inventively. So,
So maybe get some tips while you're reading this. Maybe
But
nonfiction.
it's very
True crime.
funny. I highly recommend that one.
Awesome.
And another one that I've been reading is, I do like science fiction as well. And this is a science fiction author that I had not heard of before. Her name is N.K. Jemisin. And her book is How Long Till Black Future Month. And again, it's a book of short stories. So if you are pressed for time, you can just pick up the book and read maybe one at a time of the short stories. And they're
I
all
like short stories. And I think we forget about them a lot of times. And they are really good for just those quick little, before you go to bed, even on trips. I have noticed audiobooks that are short stories. You don't get so involved in the story, you forget where the exit is.
Exactly.
So, recommend short stories.
Right, and a pro tip, most of our short story collections here at Scott County Public Library will have an SC on the spine label. So if you're looking for short stories, look for the SC on the label, and that'll tell you the book is filled with short stories. But again, I do recommend this one.
So what is the theme for these particular, are they connected around characters or?
No, they're all science fiction.
They're all
So
different.
they're all different. They're
Okay.
different characters. The one that I have read so far in this book is called introduction. It is called The Ones Who Stay and Fight, and it's a response to a short story written by Ursula K. Le Guin in one of her science fiction collections called The Left Hand of Darkness. And that story is called The Ones Who Walk Away from Omelas, which really influenced me when I was younger. And so Jemison's take on it is that besides there being people who walk away from unpleasant situations, there are also people who stay and fight for good in the unpleasant situation. And it's an excellent story. I recommend it.
Nice. So what else do you have over there?
Ooh, I've got, again, going back to my nonfiction books, which I love, this a brand new release, like the other two are brand new releases. This one's called Babel, and it's by Gaston Doran. And it's about 20 languages that have unique properties to them. If you like reading about languages, I love reading about the history of languages. This goes into a lot of detail about 20 different of the world's languages and tells you a little bit about
Their history and how they're connected and
how they work, how they function differently from other languages, and what the similarities and differences are, and it's very interesting. I also have The Inequality Paradox by Douglas McWilliams. As we move further and further into the 21st century, we know that our job situation is changing quite a lot. We know that a lot more jobs are becoming automated. McDonald's is putting in kiosks where you don't even have to talk to a person to order your meal, and so we're moving more into highly skilled, more technical job market. But this book talks about the economic ramifications of that and how we can deal with that. So it's how capitalism can work for everyone. And I'm in the process of reading this now, and it's very fascinating.
Is it depressing?
Yes, it can be depressing, but they're throwing around different ideas about what we can do to make the new economic reality
make a change for everybody.
Work for us. Like, one of the things that they do talk about is the universal basic income concept, where every citizen would be paid a certain amount of money just by being a person, and this would help during times of extreme economic shifting, like we're going through now, where a lot of jobs are being eliminated and simply not coming back. It would help to even out the economic reality for many people who do lose their jobs to automation. So
Interesting ideas.
it's fascinating. Oh, and this is a really, really good one, also in our new release section, called Vegetables, Chickens, and Bees. So now is the gardening season.
Yes, it is.
And this is by Carson Arthur. It has wonderful ideas about how to grow vegetables. And it's
And
about,
chickens and bees, I take it as well.
about 3/4 at least of the book is all about the vegetables. And I raise chickens myself, and I'm trying to raise vegetables. So I needed a little help with my vegetables. So I am looking at this book, and it does have a nice section on chickens as well, and on bees,
No, bees.
beekeeping.
Beekeeping.
Yeah, so you can find this in our new release section.
All of these are in our release section. So that is excellent. You read widely and very interestingly. So I knew you'd be great. Awesome. Thank you, Jessica, for agreeing to come on here and bringing some great books to read. And I have not read any of these, and now I want to. So that's part of the whole idea. Does anyone have any questions out there for us? Nope. Well, that is it for this edition of Bookends. Join us next week. We may have someone else interesting here to talk to, or it may be me. Until then, read something good.